All right. So this assignment is called Tech Rocks Bridge. And if you look at the assignment on Google Slides on the left side, um, pretty much you need to make a bridge so that could go over water and then also open up to let boats through. So picture this. This is the car is driving, and then someone has to click a button, and then the bridge then rotates probably from the center until it's fully open. The cars can no longer go, and now the boats can go, and then it hit pretty much hit it again, and then it goes back. It's not supposed to spin around. It's really just supposed to be a there, back. All right, so let's see the requirements. Let's see, it needs to have a motor, so it needs to be powered with a motor. Two sensors. So we're going to use a bump switch, one for opening for the boats and then one for closing for the cars. It needs to have a potentiometer. It shouldn't rotate more than 90 degrees in any direction. So that means that's why it just goes up, back, up, back. All right, and yeah, so you just, like I said, it's got to look good. It's got to function the right way. It needs to have two switches and a potentiometer. So potentiometer is what we're going to use. This is the new piece called potentiometer. It looks circular. Typically it's gone down like this. A shaft fits perfectly through it, and as it spins, the inside spins. There's a little white knob that spins with the shaft, but it can't go unlimited each way. It has an end to it, so it'll get blocked if you go too far clockwise, blocked if you go too far counterclockwise. And every little turn is in relation to a number. So that's what you can use. You can say, okay, open it until, and then as it goes up, the potentiometer is going up, 100, 200, 300. So you could say, hey, keep going until the potentiometer gets greater than this number, and then stop, and then go back until the potentiometer is less than this number, and then stop. So this is a good gauge, and it helps the coding kind of recognize something else. Okay, so let's see what we got. So first, until bump, we're going to wait until you hit the bump switch, and nothing's going to happen until you do. It's going to start the motor. We only have one motor. I'm going to show you what we're working with too. So what I built was this. So this is the bridge. The bridge goes down through the main beam. The shaft goes through the project through the potentiometer. So that is what will recognize the potentiometer spinning and when to start and stop. And I decided to use a chain drive. So I have the sprockets from the bridge, sprockets on the shaft with the motor, and then a chain. So as the motor spins, then the bridge should spin. Okay, and then I have the two bump switches, and everything's plugged into where it needs to be into the cortex. One bump is for open, one bump is for close. Okay, so here's the code. Until bump. So you press the open bump, or you hit the open bump switch. The motor will go, and remember, if it's going there and then back the opposite way, one of the numbers is going to have to be negative. So I already checked it out, and the first speed is going to be negative 25, and then the next speed will be 25 to bring it back. We put a weight there just to not turn off right away, and now it's going to keep spinning until the potentiometer is greater than 2800. I named the potentiometer turn, so that's there. Notice, look at the number of the potentiometer down for debugger over here. As this is opening up, potentiometer, the number is going up. And then it stops, and when it stops for the boats to open, it's at about 2800. So once it gets over 2800, it will stop. And then on the way back, you hit the close bump switch, and then the number for it to be fully closed is a little under 1200. So that's why I put once it's less than 1200, then stop the motor. I put it repeat forever. So download to robot. We're not going to save it. And let's see, once we hit start, hopefully this works. So you hit the open one, and it goes to open. Good. Now notice I can keep hitting the open one. Nothing's going to happen because the program's waiting for me to hit the close bump switch now. And now it should close. Perfect. Now I can keep hitting the close switch. Nothing will happen. So it's open. Hitting the open. We'll open it. And then close should close it every single time. So that's really how it should be working. You need to hopefully understand that it's doing this because of the values of the potentiometer that we set. So it'll go until the potentiometer hits a certain number, and then it'll stop. So that's the new tool. That's the build.